Most riders think Harley comfort peaked decades ago, back when a Road King could carry you across 3 states without beating your spine to pulp. But the truth is more complicated. Some modern Harleys quietly deliver better long-haul comfort than anything from the twin cam or Evo era. You just won't hear dealers bragging about it. In this video, we're breaking down the 15 Harleys that actually keep your body fresh at mile 300, not mile 3. No hype, no brochure talk. Just real-world comfort judged the way veteran riders judge it. And trust me, the #1 spot will surprise you, so stick around to the very end. Number 15. Harley Davidson Sportster S. The Sportster S enters this countdown as the kind of machine riders respect for its strength, not its softness. It is a reminder that comfort is not always about luxury features or a deep touring saddle. Sometimes it comes from a bike that asks less of your wrists, responds quickly to your inputs, and settles into a steady rhythm once the road stretches out. The Sportster S may not be built for cross-country travel, but it offers a surprising sense of ease for shorter routes, evening rides, and those days when you want power without the weight. Older riders who once favored big touring models often describe this one as refreshingly light under their hands, even though its posture is more assertive than relaxed. The foot position sits forward, the bars rise naturally, and the compact frame keeps the bike predictable in low-speed maneuvers. Its power delivery is smooth rather than abrupt, which helps reduce fatigue when navigating slower roads or working through town traffic. For anyone who still wants the sound and feel of a modern V-twin without wrestling a heavy platform, this model offers practical relief. It will never replace a full dresser, but it earns its place by giving riders a break from weight while still keeping the soul of a Harley-style machine alive. The Sportster S produces 121 horsepower from a 1,252 cubic centimeter revolution max engine, delivers 94 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with dual front discs, rides on fully adjustable front and rear suspension, carries a wet weight of 502 pounds, offers a seat height of 29.6 inches, and begins at $16,999. Another machine steps forward with a different kind of comfort built for the long haul. Number 14. Harley Davidson Nightster Special. The Nightster Special earns this position because it offers a kind of comfort built on familiarity and control rather than sheer size. Many riders who spent years on heavier machines appreciate a bike that feels manageable the moment they ease out the clutch. The posture is upright enough to reduce strain, yet compact enough to remain predictable when weaving through slower traffic or rolling through small towns. The how. Mid-height bars and supportive saddle help keep weight off the wrists, and the reduced mass takes pressure off the lower back during longer weekend routes. Riders who once favored large touring platforms often describe this model as a welcome break that still keeps the feel of a traditional V-twin beneath them. The power band is steady, the throttle is smooth, and the chassis responds without hesitation. It is the kind of bike that encourages relaxed riding without demanding physical effort. For anyone returning to 2 wheels after time away, or anyone who wants comfort without the commitment of a full touring frame, this model offers a grounded and practical balance. The Nightster Special produces 90 horsepower from a 975 cubic centimeter revolution max engine, delivers 66 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with a single front disc, rides on a non-adjustable front fork with a dual rear shock setup, carries a wet weight of 463 pounds, offers a seat height of 27.8 inches, and begins at $14,999. Further along the road awaits a model that turns simplicity into day-long ease. If you're enjoying this breakdown and want more straight talk on the bikes that actually matter, make sure you like the video, hit subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Your voice keeps these deep dive motorcycle guides alive for riders who appreciate the truth. Number 13. Harley Davidson Nightster. The Nightster earns this position because it delivers comfort through simplicity and predictability. Riders who have spent decades on heavier machines often look for something that feels calm the moment they swing a leg over, and this model answers that need with a light frame and an easy reach to the bars. The seating position keeps the rider centered without leaning too far forward or too far back. reducing strain on the lower back during moderate rides. Its compact size helps remove the nervous effort often required when maneuvering a larger platform through parking lots or tight turns. The throttle response is controlled rather than aggressive, and the gentle rise of power makes it easy to settle into a relaxed pace. Many riders describe the experience as straightforward riding, without the added weight or complexity of bigger machines. It maintains a connection to the V-twin character older riders appreciate, even as it evolves into a more modern form. For shorter trips, evening rides, or days when a rider wants less mass beneath them, this model offers comfort through reduced effort. The Nightster produces 90 horsepower from a 975 cubic centimeter Revolution Max engine, delivers 66 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with a single front disc, rides on a non-adjustable front fork with dual rear shocks, carries a wet weight of 461 pounds, offers a seat height of 27.8 inches, and begins at $13,499. Comfort takes a new shape as the next contender reveals its quiet strengths. As we keep counting down, check the description for gears and accessories built for real riders. Number 12. Harley Davidson Softail Standard. The Softail Standard earns this position because comfort sometimes begins with a clean foundation rather than a long list of features. Riders who have spent decades on heavier machines often appreciate a motorcycle that brings them back to a simpler kind of control. The seating position feels neutral, the handlebars sit at a natural height, and the absence of excessive weight makes low-speed maneuvering easier than expected. Many riders describe the experience as returning to the roots of riding, where the frame, the engine, and the road speak clearly without distraction. The Softail Standard does not pretend to be a touring machine, yet it offers a calm steadiness that takes pressure off the back and shoulders during relaxed rides. The bike encourages an easy rhythm, giving riders a sense of freedom without demanding constant correction. Its smooth pull, responsive chassis, and posture create a comfort that comes from effortlessness rather than luxury. For riders who value a straightforward machine that respects their years of experience, this platform delivers that. The Softail Standard produces 87 horsepower from a 1,755 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8107 engine, delivers 110 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with a single front disc, rides on a conventional telescopic fork with a hidden monoshock rear suspension, carries a wet weight of 680 pounds, offers a seat height of 26.8 inches, and begins at $15,999. A stronger presence enters the spotlight, carrying comfort in its own classic way. Number 11. Harley Davidson Lowrider S. The Lowrider S earns this position because it delivers comfort through confidence and control rather than plush amenities. Many seasoned riders appreciate a motorcycle that settles into the road with authority, allowing the rider to relax without worrying about unwanted movement or vague handling. The seating triangle places the rider in a commanding mid-control stance, easing pressure on the lower back while keeping the shoulders open and natural. The handlebars sit high enough to reduce wrist strain, and the saddle supports longer rides more effectively than its aggressive styling suggests. The Lowrider S rewards smooth, steady riding with a planted feel that older riders often describe as reassuring. Its predictable power delivery encourages calm throttle control, and the balanced chassis allows the machine to track cleanly through corners without forcing the rider to work for stability. This model may not be built for cross-country touring, but it gives riders the kind of quiet confidence that translates into real comfort on weekend routes, scenic highways, and winding back roads. It is a motorcycle that respects experience by offering a strong foundation without unnecessary complication. The Lowrider S produces 103 horsepower from a 1,868 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8114 engine, delivers 119 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with dual front discs, rides on an inverted performance front fork with a coil-over rear monoshock, carries a wet weight of 684 pounds, offers a seat height of 27 inches, and begins at $18,299. Another heavyweight of confidence approaches, built for riders who lean into every mile. Number 10. Harley Davidson Lowrider ST. The Lowrider Saint earns its place because it brings genuine long-haul comfort to a platform that still feels light, responsive, and familiar. Many riders who have spent decades on heavier touring machines appreciate how this bike trims the bulk without stripping away the essentials that matter on real roads. The frame-mounted fairing removes wind pressure from the shoulders, letting the rider settle into a steady rhythm even on uneven pavement. The seating position is upright, but assertive, giving room for the spine to stay neutral and relaxed. The saddlebags sit high and tight, keeping the overall balance predictable for riders who value stability more than flash. The low rider, Saint offers a strong compromise between full touring luxury and the stripped-down feel that experienced riders often prefer when the goal is to stay connected to the machine. It gives comfort through control, not excess, and that balance is why the model continues to attract riders who know exactly what they want out of a weekend highway run. The Lowrider ST produces 103 horsepower from a 1868 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8114 engine, delivers 119 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with dual front discs, rides on an inverted front fork with a raised monoshock rear suspension, carries a wet weight of 720 pounds, offers a seat height of 27 inches, and begins at $22,249. Farther up the list sits a machine that blends touring calm with unmistakable attitude. Number 9. Harley Davidson Breakout 117. The Breakout 117 earns this position because comfort sometimes comes from power delivered without hesitation, and a riding stance that lets the rider stretch out and settle into the machine. This motorcycle speaks to riders who prefer long, open roads, where a strong pull and a relaxed posture matter more than windshields or storage. The stretched frame and forward controls let the legs rest naturally, easing knee pressure on longer rides. The wide bars bring the arms into a comfortable sweep that keeps the shoulders open and steady. The Breakout offers a low center of gravity that gives seasoned riders a calm, anchored feel at cruising speed, the kind of steadiness that reduces fatigue mile after mile. The engine provides a long, smooth wave of torque rather than sudden surges, allowing riders to roll through familiar highways with little effort. It is not designed for cross-country touring, but it delivers its own version of comfort through stability, reach, and unbroken rhythm. Riders who enjoy the sense of the motorcycle stretching out beneath them will recognize why this model earns a place on this list. The Breakout 117 produces 102 horsepower from a 1923 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 117 engine, delivers 125 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with a single front disc, rides on an inverted front fork with a hidden monoshock rear suspension, carries a wet weight of 676 pounds, offers a seat height of 26.2 inches, and begins at $22,499. Comfort takes on a bolder stance as a familiar powerhouse rolls into view. Number 8. Harley Davidson Fat Boy 114. The Fat Boy 114 earns this position because it delivers comfort through stability, posture, and strong road presence. Riders who have spent years on big twins appreciate a motorcycle that feels planted the moment it moves. Its broad stance, wide floorboards, and supportive saddle create a natural seating pocket that lets the body relax without slumping. The solid disc wheels add momentum that smooths minor road imperfections, giving the Fat Boy a calm, gliding character at steady speeds. The handlebars sit at an easy reach, keeping the shoulders loose, while the low seat supports the hips during longer rides. This motorcycle relies on geometry and weight distribution rather than technology, easing tension by remaining steady and predictable on every mile. The Fat Boy 114 produces 94 horsepower from a 1868 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 114 engine, delivers 118 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with a single front disc, rides on a conventional front fork with a hidden monoshock rear suspension, carries a wet weight of 781 pounds, offers a seat height of 26.6 inches, and begins at $21,499. Momentum shifts toward a motorcycle that carries its comfort with unmistakable authority. Number 7. Harley Davidson Heritage Classic. The Heritage Classic earns this position because it blends traditional style with practical comfort that holds up mile after mile. It carries the spirit of old-school cruising while offering enough refinement to soften long pavement stretches without losing the familiar connection experienced riders appreciate. The wide saddle provides steady support. The floorboards reduce leg strain, and the windshield lifts wind off the chest to limit fatigue. Its calm, measured ride avoids pounding the back or shoulders, relying on thoughtful design rather than heavy technology. Balanced weight keeps it steady at low speeds, and the Softail frame absorbs rough patches with ease. For many longtime loyalists, the Heritage remains a smooth, composed link to the classic touring feel they remember. The Heritage Classic produces 94 horsepower from a 1,868 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8 114 engine, delivers 119 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with a single front disc, rides on a traditional telescopic fork with a hidden rear monoshock, carries a wet weight of 728 pounds, offers a seat height of 26.3 inches, and begins at $21,349. A new contender steps forward, shaped by the miles, and built for riders who value experience. If you value honest comparisons and real-world comfort insights, take a moment to subscribe. Staying connected ensures you never miss the bikes that genuinely earn their reputation on the open road, especially as comfort, design, and reliability continue shifting with each new season. Number 6. Harley Davidson Ultra Limited. The Ultra Limited earns this position because it brings long-distance comfort to a level many riders once believed only a car could offer. For those who have chased horizons for decades, it feels like a familiar companion that removes strain and settles into the highway with confidence. The seating position supports the spine. The wide floorboards allow natural leg movement, and the generous saddle keeps the hips steady through long hours. The fairing calms the wind without disconnecting the rider from the road. The trunk and backrest give passengers real support, making two-up travel feel secure. What sets the Ultra Limited apart is how it carries its size. Instead of feeling heavy, it remains planted, predictable, and forgiving, offering reassurance to riders who value comfort and control on every mile. The Ultra Limited produces 95 horsepower from a 1,868 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8 114 engine, delivers 122 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with dual front discs, rides on a traditional touring fork with premium rear shocks, carries a wet weight of 899 pounds, offers a seat height of 27.5 inches, and begins at $29,799. A more commanding presence rises, built for riders who refuse to compromise on endurance. Number 5. Harley Davidson Road Glide Limited. The Road Glide Limited earns this position because it delivers long-distance comfort at a level few motorcycles reach. Riders who have crossed states for years appreciate how its frame-mounted fairing stays steady in every kind of wind, removing pressure from the arms and shoulders as speed builds. The wide, supportive saddle keeps the hips stable, while the passenger sits in a relaxed, secure position, ideal for two-up travel. Floorboards allow natural leg movement, easing strain on extended highway runs. Its mix of wind protection, stability, and low-effort steering inspires confidence on any road. Despite its size, it stays balanced in town and rock solid on the interstate, offering strength and comfort that remain dependable mile after mile. The Road Glide Limited produces 95 horsepower from a 1,868 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8 114 engine, delivers 122 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with dual front discs, rides on a traditional touring fork with premium rear suspension, carries a wet weight of 932 pounds, offers a seat height of 28.9 inches, and begins at $29,999. Even greater refinement approaches, offering long-distance ease in a class of its own. Number 4. Harley Davidson Road Glide CVO. The Road Glide CVO earns this position because it unites long-distance comfort with premium craftsmanship. Experienced riders immediately feel how every surface supports the body and how the controls respond with minimal effort. Its frame-mounted fairing removes wind pressure, creating a relaxed, steady rhythm at highway speed. The saddle provides deep support, and the floorboards allow small adjustments that keep joints comfortable. What defines this model is the calmness it brings to the ride. The engine delivers strong, smooth power, and the suspension softens rough pavement in a way older riders value. It offers maximum comfort without losing the authoritative feel of a heavyweight touring motorcycle, encouraging effortless miles and clear, focused travel. The Road Glide CVO produces 115 horsepower from a 1974 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8 121 engine, delivers 145 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with dual front discs, rides on an inverted premium front fork with advanced rear suspension, carries a wet weight of 895 pounds, offers a seat height of 26.7 inches, and begins at $42,999. Another leader enters the stage, carrying a level of polish only few machines ever reach. Number 3, Harley Davidson Street Glide CVO. The Street Glide CVO earns this position because it transforms a familiar touring shape into a refined comfort platform for riders who want smoothness without losing mechanical connection. The saddle supports the rider, naturally reducing the need for constant adjustments, while the floorboards allow relaxed leg changes during long stretches. Its fork-mounted fairing creates a calm air pocket that eases pressure on the chest and shoulders, helping riders maintain a steady cadence on the highway. Every control feels deliberate, requiring little effort while still offering clear feedback. The chassis responds predictably, giving older riders confidence through uneven pavement and shifting winds. What distinguishes the Street Glide CVO is its blend of power and composure. The engine delivers strong, smooth thrust, and the suspension absorbs imperfections with a controlled precision that reflects its premium build. This motorcycle suits riders who understand how they want to travel and value a machine that stays comfortable even when the day's ride extends farther than expected. The Street Glide CVO produces 115 horsepower from a 1974 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8 121 engine, delivers 145 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with dual front discs, rides on an advanced inverted front fork with premium rear suspension, carries a wet weight of 863 pounds, offers a seat height of 26.7 inches, and begins at $42,999. The road opens wider for a model that blends tradition with elevated comfort. Number 2, Harley Davidson Street Glide. The Street Glide earns this position because it delivers the purest form of comfortable American touring for riders who want tradition, stability, and long-range ease. Its fork-mounted fairing creates a familiar pocket that softens wind pressure and helps maintain a relaxed rhythm on open highways. The wide saddle and floorboards support long hours in the seat, while the handlebar reach encourages a natural, upright posture. The Street Glide carries its weight with steady confidence in traffic and sweeping curves. It offers comfort without excess and authority without intimidation, making it the enduring heartbeat of modern American touring. The Street Glide produces 95 horsepower from a 1868 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8 114 engine, delivers 122 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with dual front discs, rides on a traditional touring fork with premium front and rear suspension, carries a wet weight of 820 pounds, offers a seat height of 26.1 inches, and begins at $25,399. All that remains is the machine that defines calm, control, and all-day endurance. Number 1, Harley Davidson Road Glide. The Road Glide holds the top position because it delivers one of the calmest and most controlled touring experiences available, especially for riders who prioritize long-distance stability. Its frame-mounted fairing creates a steady, predictable front end that veteran riders appreciate on long cross-country stretches. The design reduces head buffeting and helps the motorcycle stay composed when passing large trucks or moving through shifting wind. The saddle supports all-day riding with a balanced posture that eases pressure on the lower back and shoulders. Floorboards provide room for subtle adjustments during extended hours, while the swept handlebar placement encourages relaxed arm positioning. The Road Glide carries its weight with steady confidence, offering a planted feel in gentle sweepers and busy highway traffic alike. Its lighting, storage, and cockpit layout enhance travel comfort without losing the classic touring character. For riders who value endurance, composure, and presence, it remains the most complete American touring machine. The Road Glide produces 95 horsepower from a 1,868 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8 114 engine, delivers 122 pound-feet of torque, uses an anti-lock braking system with dual front discs, rides on a premium suspension system with a traditional fork and adjustable rear shocks, carries a wet weight of 858 pounds, offers a seat height of 25.9 inches, and begins at $25,999. The countdown now closes with the most composed and trusted long-range companion in modern American touring. We've all ridden bikes that beat us up and bikes that carried us farther than we planned. The 15 Harleys we covered today are the ones built for those long, quiet stretches where the road feels endless and the ride finally settles into your bones. But the real truth comes from you, the riders, who've put in the decades. Tell us in the comments. What's the most comfortable Harley you've ever owned and what made it special? If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a like, hit subscribe, and stay part of this community of riders who still value the sound of a real V-twin and the truth behind the machines we trust.